What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux, and in today's video, girl, you won't believe the drama. Okay, we need to talk because Trisha Paytas is on a roll, girl. Okay, I have a lot to talk about. But first of all, I gotta fix this makeup because I have been filming all day today. So if you see my makeup is like a little oily, that's because of that. So I'm just gonna get some setting powder here. Okay, so let me tell you what's going on, right? For those of you who are not caught up on the drama, Trisha Paytas has went on another podcast and is talking about the beauty community. That's what I took out of it, because she talks about Nikita Dragon, she talks about James Charles, she talks about Jeffree Star, David Dobrik, and Jason Nash, and all that. She really goes in. And in the interview, I'm putting a lot on, girl, because I'm getting very oily. In the interview, she literally, sometimes she looks like happy and excited, and there's sometimes that she looks like she doesn't even want to like talk about the drama, and she's like kind of like, I'm gonna offend it, right? Or she gets offended, and then she like defends him. Trisha Paytas will always be faithful and just 100% loyal to Shane Dawson, right? So she goes on this podcast, which I think is so, it's almost comical at one point, because it's like the guy doesn't even know what the hell a Trisha Paytas is. Like, imagine telling your, like, someone, like your mom or a coworker, telling them what the hell a Trisha Paytas is, telling them what the hell Jeffree Star is, telling them what the hell Tati is. Like, they don't know, right? So it was just kind of comical to see that. The guy was, like, asking Trisha Paytas, like, how she got famous, right? So let me tell you what Trisha Paytas has to say, little clips and pieces. Here we go.
Oh, hi. Can you guys hear me?
I can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Okay, cool. Yes, I can.
Okay, well, thank you for joining. Are you out in LA?
Yes, I am. It's early here. It's 8:30.
Yes, which is where Josh is. And I saw a little bit. You used to have a podcast that I guess you canceled like recently, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to have it go today. We're meeting today to see if it's going to continue. I don't really know. It's kind of up to them. Like, I want to continue, but I don't know.
Trisha Paytas makes news one way or the other, social media. For whatever reason, she's all over the place. So, like, having you on, there's a bunch of different things here. Most recently, you got into a huge beef with the DeMellos, right?
The D'Amelias. I did. That was inadvertently. I don't know how that happened. I was quite honored. I'm quite like not relevant to their like standards. So I was excited to be in beef with them. I think it was so unwarranted and so silly, but I was down. You know, I'm kind of my talent on the internet is being in drama. So I was like, wow, I'm getting in drama with the biggest TikToker. It was kind of exciting.
Okay. So she kind of goes into that. She says that she got famous off of like Shane Dawson. She probably, I just thought Trisha Paytas was famous just for being Trisha Paytas. I didn't know that Shane Dawson had a lot to do with that. So maybe that's why she feels like extremely loyal to Shane Dawson, because she feels like if it wasn't for him, then she wouldn't be where she's at. So maybe that's the case. I thought that was hilarious because a lot of people think that she's like famous for different reasons. Well, then they ask her, like, what do you think about James Charles? And she goes into like, you know, that, and then the guy's like, well, I've met James Charles, he's a nice person, and she's like, well, of course you would. Let me show you, here we go.
People that are kind of relevant right now that you may hate, okay, you may not, and we want your opinions, your take on them, to cancel or not to cancel.
Oh, I'm gonna say cancel.
Oh, we got. So
he called me fat and made fun of my skin while we were friends in Vegas this year and behind my back, so I'm gonna say cancel him. Josh,
how much do you know of this guy?
I don't know a lot about him, but he seemed.
He's canceled.
Wait, what pronoun am I supposed to? Am I supposed to use a certain pronoun?
He's he.
All right.
Cancel.
Well, Jeffree is scary.
Yeah, I like that
jacket.
I don't. That jacket's fire. So here's another one. Why?
You're going to cancel Addison.
Okay, I'll tell you why. I never had a problem with her. She rubbed me the wrong way on a podcast she did called Zane and Heath Podcast, where she said, and I quote, nobody has been as popular on me on social media. So there's nobody I can talk to because no one's been as famous as me. And I was like, girl, like what? Opportunities.
Okay.
Definitely cancel. There's not a bigger
pesticide
James on the internet.
What'd you call him?
A pesticide.
Pesticide. Why do you hate him so much?
He is absolutely disgusting on so many levels. He takes everything and twist, like everything that he's never wrong. My biggest thing is with someone is like, hey, take accountability. You know, that's why I don't really like love Logan Paul or Jake Paul, but they take accountability. They like own up when they're wrong. That's why him and like David, but James is even worse because James just gets things wrong so many times. He said that I loved Hitler in his TikTok. He goes, Trisha said Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy. I was like, when did I ever say that? Like, he gets so much shit wrong and can never take accountability for anything. He just hides. He's a little leech onto these people. And he's best friends with a 16-year-old, self-admittedly. And I was like, that's weird. I don't care if you're gay or straight. Don't be best friends with a 16-year-old when you're 21. It's gross.
21, 16 is not that different, but just for the
it's
record,
very different. It's very different.
Bryce was like 21 when I was 17 and we hung out. So I would have been a minor and he was older. I wouldn't say that was weird.
There's a
that Bryce was
big power
my friend.
struggle. I'm telling you that just from my own personal experience, and maybe not everyone has had these experiences, but there is something very wrong about someone being friends with a minor, point blank period, 17 and under. Like, it's just wrong. I don't care if you're almost like, it's gross. Like, and 21's big difference in 17 and 18. 21 it's not right. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be hanging out alone with a 16-year-old.
Can we get you on the record as just saying Hitler was a bad guy?
Hitler was not a bad guy. I'm learning more about him every day.
Wait, you just said he wasn't a bad guy.
No, you're right. You said he was not a bad guy. I think we all got to unite that Hitler was a bad guy.
James Charles said on his TikTok, Trisha says Hitler wasn't that bad. I was like, that's what James Charles put in my mouth.
Right. We want to clarify that. You think Hitler was bad.
We want you to say he's terrible right now.
I don't like Hitler.
Hey, there we go.
I'm not in support of him.
Okay.
There we go. Thank
Next
God.
guy.
Holy fuck.
Never cancel Shane. He's a treasure. He's the real one, and he's super sweet and humble and kind. And I definitely think he took accountability and took his break off the internet and stuff like that. But I will 1,000% say he's not a bad guy. He's apologized time and time again, has taken accountability for jokes that were made before I even met him, which was over 12 years ago. Were they gross and disgusting? Yes. Was it a different time? Yes. Louis C.K. makes jokes like that. They're gross and it's not good
canceled.
for our time.
Louis C.K. got canceled.
But I think he should be canceled.
Next one.
I'm gonna say not canceled. I don't know. She hangs out with Tony Lopez, but I guess he should be canceled, not her. So by association, I don't believe she should be canceled. I think she's relatively unproblematic, so I'm gonna say not canceled.
I don't know.
She's nice. She's actually a nice person.
Yeah, she seems fine. I don't know her, but she seems fine.
Okay, next.
Oh, I'm gonna say not cancel. I know we have like back and forth beef, or maybe one-sided beef on my end, but I don't think so. I actually like, I don't know. I think she's just kind of, I think she comes from like a troubled childhood too, and I kind of relate to that, and I give her a little bit more of a pass than maybe I would a privileged child. Maybe that's like not fair, but that's how I see it. So not cancel.
Why would people cancel her? Like what? Why is she on the list? Did she do something?
No, because of Trisha's beef with her and Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So though, like, still no on the threesome probably with Adam and maybe with the new boyfriend.
Maybe on OnlyFans if I can sell it.
Okay. Next.
We're gonna cancel her.
You made some TikToks about her recently, so that's why
I really had a problem with her, and I think this is just because it's like my little like soapbox that I have is her sticking out her belly, trying to show that she was fat, and insinuating that people with bellies were ugly when she doesn't even have one. It pissed me off. This girl pissed me off on a whole other level. I don't know much about her other than she dated Jake Paul, but cancel her for sure. I'm gonna say not cancel. I met Jake. I think he's very sweet. I think he's very misunderstood.
Then they talk about like. Girl. Then they go into like, the way they do it is that they show the person's name and then they let her react to it. Like, is this person canceled? Okay. So they show Nikita Dragon and then she says, no, Nikita Dragon's not canceled. And so, but then again, like, it's so weird that it's like this is LA. I think maybe it's Hollywood. I don't know. It's like 1 month these people are friends. The next month they're not friends. I got these makeup on me. And the next month after that, they're not friends. And the next month they are friends. So I can see why people say that it's so fake, that LA is so fake. And so many people are like leaving Hollywood or Los Angeles or the hills and like getting smaller places in like middle of nowhere or like just leaving. They're like, I just can't take it. It's so fake here. So maybe that's what it is, girl. Everyone literally is trying to make it out there, trying to make their money, trying to hustle. I think that Trisha Paytas is set for life. She has an amazing career, off and on YouTube, on OnlyFans, and music and merch, like all of, I think she's great. So then they bring up like the situation with Jeffree Star and her. Now, it was a couple months ago that her and Jeffree Star were hanging out on her podcast, and Jeffree Star was saying, you know, we wanted to put your name in the palette because we're real friends. It's a lot. That's why I'm like, do these people remember that they made these clips with these other people? I don't know. So then Trisha Paytas starts talking about Jeffree Star. At this point, I guess we can assume that they're not friends or that they were friends. See, the thing is about friends, right? Like, you know, just hear me out. Before you come for me, here you go. I feel like Trisha Paytas and Jeffree Star are friends. I feel that way. I'm gonna use this KKW lipsticks, put it on, because I feel like I need some more lips, girl. I feel like they are friends. But then I feel like something happened in their friendship where maybe Jeffree Star said something to hurt her feelings. That's what she's saying here. And then she kind of took offense to it, got sad. That doesn't mean that they... See, I really like this color. It's called One. Yeah, it's called One Pinky. One Pink. That's the color of this one. And I think there's like a, I think it's like a 0.5, I think. Well, I don't know, I like this one. I don't know. All that to say this, just because they had one falling out or one disagreement doesn't mean and shouldn't mean that they're not friends anymore. Like, friendships, they're not easy. Like, any relationship is work. You know, whether you're in a relationship with somebody or you're just friends with somebody, like, it takes work, right? And like, sometimes Trisha Paytas can rub people the wrong way, Jeffree Star can rub people the wrong way, and that doesn't mean they should just like dissolve the friendship. That could literally mean they just need to work it out. They're still friends, they just have a disagreement, or may have said something insensitive. Doesn't mean they're not friends. So the way I see it, whatever Trisha Paytas said, whatever Jeffree Star said, I kind of feel like there are friends that had a bump in the road, you know, and don't let like the little bump in the road and people on the internet get between their friendship. And then, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're both queens. They all love pink. I think they're much the same person in a way. Jeffree Star, Trisha Paytas are very hardworking. They're very loyal to who they're loyal to, and they love giving and stuff like that. So I think they're much of the same. So maybe that's why they bump heads. I don't know. And you know, they're not perfect. I mean, I'm sure Trisha Paytas has her demons. Jeffree Star probably is battling with his demons, and they're just working through it together. And I hope this outfit looks... Can I get a like for this Santa Claus outfit? But I found the interview to be very interesting because they just went on and just like canceling people and talking about people. And I honestly don't know why Trisha Paytas even did the podcast. It doesn't make any sense to me why she did it, because she doesn't need it, you know? But maybe... And I've never even heard of this channel until now. I know about it. Now I'm following it. Now I'm going to subscribe to it. We talked about that the other day. Just because you don't know who an influencer is or a YouTuber, it doesn't mean that they're not important. Now I'm interested to see their content. I do think that the interview was very fair. I do think that. It went into it with the person who's doing a lot of the interviewing not knowing anything about Trisha Paytas or her claim to fame and stuff like that. I think was great, right? Because it lets you kind of get like a truthful answer, if that makes sense. Maybe not. Because when she did her interview with Rylan, you know, they were kind of like kikiing, having fun. He didn't really ask hard-hitting questions because they're friends, so they want to keep it lighthearted. But I think that if Rylan did ask Trisha Paytas, or if Trisha Paytas were to ask Jeffree Star serious questions on the podcast, I think we would have got an honest response. In this situation, because the person interviewing didn't know Trisha or that much about her, and when he was asking her those hard-hitting questions, like, what do you think about this person and that person? I do think we got some questions that people wanted to know. I really do think that. It was interesting both ways. Does that make sense? I like how both interviews were conducted. See you guys in the next video. Bye. I love you so much.